And now, Michigan Reimagined with Chris Buck.
So a few short months ago, I shared the story of the Lansing Built-To-Last competition, and today we're going to discuss the outcome. There's an amazing opportunity for small businesses or startups to launch in the Lansing region, and the story needs to be shared. So here to discuss the Lansing Built-To-Last competition is the Vice President from Dewpoint, Massey, and the winner, Nikki Frazier. So welcome, Michelle and Nikki.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So for those who missed the last episode, which they can go find on our website, but if they want to get kind of caught up here, Michelle, can you talk to us a little bit about Lansing Built-To-Last? What problem was it trying to solve, and how did it come to being?
Absolutely. In Lansing, we had a sort of a lull when COVID hit, and businesses were shutting down, and the state and other employers were letting their people work from home. And you can't stop a city just because of something that occurs. So the idea came to me, why don't we try to reinvest in Lansing and give a new business an opportunity to plant some roots in this community, but why not do it for free? Give them everything that they needed to start up their business and give them that lift up that they needed to have a brick and mortar building in downtown Lansing. And from there, I started calling people that I knew and asked them if they would support this cause. And in typical fashion, the Lansing community rallied, and we are here today with our winner.
That's fantastic. So I know there's going to be so many people to name, but can you mention a couple of the prominent folks that joined hands to make this possible?
Absolutely. The first people that stepped up to the plate was the Ide Company. They donated a building in downtown Lansing. The Gillespie Group volunteered to help with renovations. Foster Swift with legal services, Redhead Design Studio with marketing, WLNS with advertising. Dewpoint is doing the IT as needed. I mean, we had so many people across the board. The Board of Water and Light with reduced water and electric pricing or services, and it just goes on and on and on.
That's an amazing story. So in a nutshell, the city of Lansing and all of the players in town decided to all join forces to allow a startup or a small business essentially free or significantly discounted space to get that runway that most small businesses need to get up and running in a response to the pandemic.
And they've all given it for a year. So it's not just a 2-month or a 4-month. They've committed to an entire year of support and services. So that in and of itself is something fantastic.
So before we get over to the winner, one final question. So who was eligible to apply? What was the process that they needed to go through? And so when we unveil the winner here in a second, why don't you tell us how what has she experienced?
Absolutely. Redhead Design Studio created a website for us, and WLNS put together some PSAs that included the Lieutenant Governor to attract and draw attention to this particular competition. We had 58 people who originally submitted their interest over the website. It was narrowed down to 24 when people actually had to submit an application. And then from those 24, all of the people who sponsored, all the businesses that are contributing, they narrowed the applications down to the top 10 and then to the top 5.
Wow.
So it has been a labor of love, but it's also been something that has been birthed in this community, and the decision was made by the people of this community.
That's a great story. So now we need to spin over to our winner. So Nikki, please share with the world your brand, your business. Tell us about what you do.
Yes, so I own Sweet Encounter Kids Culinary Academy, and we offer 2 things. One, subscription boxes. These are mailed to people. Actually, we have hit over 20 states so far that we've mailed these boxes to. And what's in the boxes? So we have 3 theme-based recipes. For instance, this month in July, our theme is Tokyo street food. So there's 3 recipes that you will find on the streets of Tokyo, and the kids get to make those at home. They're step-by-step instructions. They also receive a utensil of the month that coincides with the theme for that month. And so this month it's chopsticks. And then also they get STEM-based activities. So the one activity, they're building a mountain because, okay, what's in, Tokyo or what's in Japan, Mount Fuji, right? So they're really learning about the culture, about geography, and also incorporating some STEM into the activities that we do, as well as family-friendly activities. They get a shopping list. So they don't get the actual ingredients. They get a shopping list, and they shop for those items themselves. And it's really an opportunity for families to build memories in the kitchen, for kids to actually learn those basic skills that really are missing sometimes in the school districts now. And they really get to just enjoy themselves and have fun and develop a love for cooking and a love for food.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, that's a heck of a story. And
yes. And I'm sorry, I also neglected
please.
to say the second part, because I gave you the first thing, is the subscription boxes. But we also do culinary classes for kids. So just, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we did a culinary class right in front of the holiday called Red, White, and Blue. And right now I'm doing my classes at Allen Neighborhood Center until I open my storefront. So I'll be having some more classes coming up soon for people to enjoy, for kids to enjoy.
Okay, got it. So you are at Allen Neighborhood Center right now.
Yes.
And this is your first opportunity to get out of the incubator space, essentially, and get into your own brick and mortar storefront.
Absolutely.
And so will the storefront be a kind of a demonstration kitchen and the participate, like that kind of a hands-on kitchen type of an experience?
Yes, absolutely. So there'll be kind of a few different parts to the actual storefront, which I'm super excited about. So in 2015, I started Sweet Encounter Bakery. And so I'm actually going to be able to have a bakery case in the very front of the store that will allow customers to come in, purchase items, order birthday cakes, wedding cakes, you name it.
Wow.
And so that production will happen overnight, right? When we're not using the kitchen for classes. And then during the day and the evenings, we're going to have lots of classes for kids, family-friendly classes as well. On Fridays, we're going to have opportunity for families to come together, make a meal, break bread, and actually get to enjoy and talk and have a conversation around the dinner table.
So who is going to be able to do that?
So anyone who wants to subscribe, now it is a subscription price, so you do have to pay, but it includes the instruction for the class as well as the food for the class as well. So you get to enjoy whatever you make.
And it's a first come, first serve reservation type setup?
Absolutely. First come, first serve. Reservations will be on our website. Also, too, people can drop in once the storefront is open, and they can also register directly, within the store.
So this is also fascinating to me, and I did peek through your website, which we'll share here in a minute, but tell us a little bit about how you got started in this.
So really good question. So like I said, I had the bakery initially, and then when the pandemic happened, I was in 2 local grocery stores. I had products in 2 local grocery stores, and I pulled out of that just because there was a lot going on. I was homeschooling my kids, and I found myself, I've always loved to bake and cook, clearly. That was my initial business. But I found myself doing more and more of that with my kids, and they were so excited about learning new recipes. They were excited about learning new culinary skills, how to cut with a chef knife, and how to just put a pocket, as I call it, into a pork chop where you can like stuff in the pork chop. I mean, little things like that actually some adults don't even know how to do. And so what I realized is that there is a hunger, not just for my kids, but other kids, to really learn how to perfect their skills in the kitchen. And it really helps families. I tell families all the time, this is an investment, because once your kids learn, they can start cooking for you, right? They can seriously. And so my kids do. They'll make dinner one night a week, right? I have a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old. They do a little bit of help, but the thing is, that's less stress on mom, less stress on dad, less stress on even grandma, whoever it is, right? Because they have someone else in the kitchen that they can partner with and knows how to cook.
So where will your storefront be?
So it will be on Washington Square, right next to the Domino's.
Okay, so first floor.
First floor.
Okay, and right next to the Domino's. I'm trying to picture what.
It used to be the old Hallmark
store. Okay,
that's right.
Okay. I had heard about that. I know the Ides are over in the Knapp Center. I wasn't sure if it was over there, but okay. So it's the old Hallmark store next to Domino Square on Washington Square,
right?
Or Domino's Pizza.
Yep, they own that property too.
Fantastic. And so, when do you think you'll be open?
So I am hoping definitely by fall. So right now I just met with the architect, and so the next step is for them to actually submit the construction designs to the city, and then from there the city approves them, and then we go look for a contractor. So we get bids for a contractor, get the contractors on board, and then they do the build out, because we have to do a commercial kitchen.
Yep.
And so that will take a little bit to do the commercial kitchen, but I am hoping, the holidays, I can see classes and pie making classes and gingerbread house classes and tons of fun festive holiday classes for kids.
So talk about the Lansing Built-To-Last process. I mean, did that significantly speed up your time on, you working out of the Allen Neighborhood Center, which is just such a wonderful thing. I've had Joan on the show before, and
yeah, she's amazing.
I know they're in the middle of doing their own, change down there. But I got to believe an opportunity like the Built-To-Last sped up your opportunity to get out. Not that you need to get out of their kitchen and into your own, but I think the idea for the Jackson or the Allen Neighborhood Center is for you to get your feet under you and then earn your way to get out to your own spot. What a gift it is to win this award and get all those services for a year.
Yes, definitely an acceleration. It's definitely an acceleration process, really helping me to move my business forward faster. I'm growing my subscription boxes. Like I said, I've hit 20 different states so far, so we have 50, so I have 30 more to go. So I'm super excited. So I want people to spread the word and really get involved in this. I've been partnering with the Boys and Girls Club, so there's a lot of new opportunities that have come because of this competition. And so I actually have provided subscription boxes to their STEM class that they have on Wednesdays, a STEM club, I should say, they have on Wednesdays. And so I'll be doing some classes with them, actually, in addition to them having the boxes. So I'm really excited about that partnership with them. And I have offered as a discount because it is a nonprofit, and so we're really excited about being able to partner with them.
That's great. So we teased about the website. So tell us the website.
Yes, it's sweetencounterkids.com.
Okay, and if I go to sweetencounterkids.com, I'm going to find, because you've got a couple of things. You got the retail bakery, you got the on-site classes that are coming, and then you've got the subscription boxes. So how do you navigate that if you're a first-time web surfer for your website?
Oh, that's good. So basically, it really gives you, it's very user-friendly, and it tells you, like, how does this work in terms of the subscription boxes, and it'll explain step by step. You sign up, you can do a 1-month subscription, you could do a 6-month, or you can do a 12-month. They're all explained. You choose the one that works best for you and your family. You can add utensils, for example. So if you have 3 kids and you say, okay, I don't want my kids fighting over these utensils, so you can add utensils. So it's very user-friendly in that regard. And then there's also a tab for classes. And so you can go on there. And right now, like I said, we just had the one we just offered, but I'm going to be putting some more up soon.
Okay.
I'm working with the scheduling at Allen Neighborhood Center to come up with some more class times that we can be able to do.
Got it. And so the subscription boxes, so you get to kind of pack your own box, at least with some of the extra stuff that you can buy to have shipped out. But then how often does that come?
It comes out monthly.
Okay, so every month.
A new theme.
Got it. And it's a new theme, and you get the recipes and the shopping and all the instructions on how to do that and the utensils. What other kinds of themes have you done so far?
So I did a spring citrusy eats, and so everything was citrus, using citrus fruits. So the appetizer was like a spring salad made with the lemon vinaigrette, and then we had actually chicken tenders, which kids love, but we made a honey mustard sauce that actually had, again, some lemon in it. So they actually, for that utensil, there was called a citrus reamer. So you use that to squeeze the juice.
Yep.
And I had a lot of parents tell me that their kids love using that tool. I don't know, it was because it was like that instant gratification of seeing that juice coming out of that lemon or that orange or whatever the citrus was, but I got a lot of feedback that kids really seem to like that tool.
And I can imagine. Now, I got to admit, my wife's a fantastic cook, and she's told me for a long time that you tend to either be a baker or a cook, and you seem to straddle both.
I straddle both, and I think that you can do it with the right tools. But some people are more creative minded, and they just kind of want to get in the kitchen and just play, and that's usually the people who like to cook.
Right.
Because, and I mean, you can play too as a baker, but usually as a baker, it's a little bit more science, right?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
You can get creative, definitely, but you also have to make sure that your measurements are exact. Whereas when you're cooking, you can kind of add a little bit more of this or a little bit less of that, and you can play with it, right? Whereas with baking, you usually with that sugar and flour, you got to kind of be exact, or you're going to have a mess at the end.
Right. Well, that's great. So now, Michelle, did you know Nikki before any of this?
No, but now I have a new sister.
Yes.
We have gone through this process together, and it's been absolutely fantastic. When I started the process, I never really thought about what the end result was going to be, and I figured the process would work itself out. And the way that this has ended, with Nikki being so ingrained in the community and so willing to participate and do the hard work that it takes, because just because you get something does not mean that there is not hard work on the back end.
No kidding.
And she has put in the time and the effort and the creativity and the hard work to make this successful. And we are maybe thinking about doing this next year. I don't know, but But if we do, that is the one thing that I would say to anyone that would subscribe or want to be part of a competition, is that you have to be willing to put in the work at the end.
Right. Now, did you get an unexpected consequence where now that the victor has been named, someone's got to help her through the process of engaging with all these, other vendors to get her kind of set up and everything. So are you the one kind of holding her hand through all the meetings?
I am there when she needs me. And actually, she does not need me that much. Absolutely here and there a little bit, but her business mindset and her vision, she knows what she wants to fulfill, and that has just been absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait for her to come to downtown Lansing.
Wonderful. And you teased a little bit that maybe this is on the table for next year.
Maybe.
We don't want to overpromise, but with the few seconds we've got left, I really want to thank Michelle Massey from Dewpoint. Such a gift to the community for orchestrating this, and you can go to Dewpoint's website at dewpoint.com and dig in there and see what if you need to learn anything about them. And we've had Nikki Frazier here from SweetEncounterKids.com.
Yes.
So look for a storefront and go get your subscription.
Absolutely. Sign up today.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.